Good morning, welcome back to Ashlyn's channel. If you're new here, welcome.
Oh my gosh. As you could see in my last vlog, things did not go as planned for us to leave to Italy. We were supposed to leave last Friday, which was the 10th, and today's the, what's today, the 12th?
Today's the 12th.
And today's the 12th. So obviously plans have changed. We did not leave because my visa did not come in time. We applied at the beginning of May, and we knew it would take a while because right now it's just like PCS season, you know, like everybody's moving. But we didn't realize it would take like that long, and so it did not come in time. So we're supposed to leave Friday the 10th. That morning, we got an email saying that our visa had arrived, and we were like, oh my gosh, of course, like that's the most military thing ever for, you know, our stuff to arrive the day it's supposed to. And we had already scheduled, we had already called Sato Thursday morning because our flight was gonna leave around like 1 p.m. So in order to get there on time and to be checked in, we wouldn't have had time to go get the passport that morning and my visa and then come back and be on time. So then the passport lady emailed and she was like, hey, like, you know, we have the passport and visa at my office. But we had reminded her multiple times that we weren't going to be in Omaha, that we were coming home, taking leave right before Italy so that we could see our family. And I guess she forgot, or they didn't send it, or something happened. And so we were all excited. We're like, oh yes, our visa is like, you know, like we get to be here another week. It's already here. And then I call her and she was like, yeah, it's at my office ready to go. And I was like, I'm sorry, we're not in Omaha anymore. Like, we're in Dallas. So we got it sent over to someplace in Dallas. So that's where we will be going tomorrow, is to pick up my passport and visa. But like I said, this is just like the most military move ever. Like, you know, my visa didn't come in time. I couldn't leave the country except I have my passport, because you have to have the passport with the visa to apply for the visa. And then we extended it again, and then once we extended it, we got it the day of, and we're like, okay, like that's fine, but we still don't have time. So everything is just kind of like all over the place.
Ashley, pick a card, any card.
Can I show the camera?
Yes. Hudson, show the camera.
There you go. Okay, well, here you go.
Okay, and I assume whose card is which. This is your card.
Whoa! It is his card!
Hello. I'm gonna say Uno Bedazzle.
Show them the magic trick.
Oh, Dazzle.
Show them the magic trick.
Ah, with the card. I don't do this.
Good morning, everybody. It is now Monday, and we're gonna go pick up the visa. So we just got some Dutch Bros.
Dutch Bros to good.
Jordan got the caramelizer.
These are so big. Look
And
how big these
that's a large. It's like a venti. And then I got a lemonade. Oh, that's lime and blue raspberry. It's really good. But I'm really excited because like everything's just, you know, like once we have that now, we don't have to worry about anything else. Like this is just it. So we're gonna have to drive to Dallas and get that at some office. I'll show you when we get there, I'm not sure. But
it's like the BX Exchange headquarters. It's like where the JFK Park is or whatever.
yeah, it sounds really fancy. Oh my gosh, I feel awful.
I feel special. I've never been here before.
This dude over here don't know how to drive.
Me don't know how to drive.
Well, anyways, we're at this place and we will see if, let's get our passports. Well, my visa. Hi everybody. So it is quite some time since we went to the exchange place. So it did not go as planned. I feel like I jinxed myself because long story short, we did not get my visa. So it literally has been the craziest PCS. Like I have heard of people having trouble like PCSing, but like this is like on another like level. It's like another extreme level. So basically, like I mentioned, we went to go get my visa, and so we get to the place and the lady that we're supposed to see, the passport and visa lady, she wasn't even there today. She works remotely on Mondays, so we were kind of like, oh shoot, like she's not even, you know, like she's not even there. So we were kind of confused on how we would even get the stuff from her if she's not there. But then luckily her assistant showed up and we were like, great, like at least we can go get it from the mailroom. So they like escorted us to the mailroom, and we finally got down there, and they pulled out the package, and like the routing number and like the tracking number matched. So we were like, perfect, like this is our stuff. So, you know, they open it just to make sure that it's ours before they just give it away. So they open it and it's not ours. My visa and my passport's not in there. It's like some random families that has like a son and a baby, and like it's not ours. And like we checked through it all and mine was not in there. And Jordan and I just looked at each other and we were like, what the heck? Like, how did all of that get mixed up? So then we called the lady that's at Offit, the passport lady, because she had told us that the passports were there, and she was like, hey, let me know when you get them. We call her and we're like, hey, like this is not our, like this is not my stuff. Like my visa and my passport is not here. Like this is a completely different family. So we're like freaking out because we're supposed to be leaving Friday because we extended, you know, our trip again. And she, you know, was like, well, like, you know, I don't know what happened. Like the mail must have got switched or something. And so we weren't too quite sure like what was happening because, you know, it had the right tracking number and everything. And it was like the weirdest thing. So Jordan and I leave and we're just infuriated because literally like this whole process has been so hard, and then we go expecting it to be there and it wasn't even ours. It was some family, and like I feel bad for the family because now that family doesn't have their visas and passports. So after a little bit, we like, you know, kind of cooled off. We left the place. The visa lady back at Offit calls us, and basically she said that my visa was still at the U.S. Embassy and that it never left. She got the family's visas and passports and thought that they were mine because she couldn't open like the official document or whatever. So that's how they got sent here, you know, to Dallas, and they weren't supposed to. So apparently they haven't sent my visa and passport yet because they misspelt my last name, and they're either gonna have to remake it or do something. But she was gonna call the office today, but they closed at 3. But now we won't know anything until she gets to call them tomorrow. And I think the more frustrating thing is that Jordan only has so many days of leave, and the longer we stay here is leave days that he's using up. And I really don't want to fly by myself because I haven't flown since I was like a child, and I don't know everything, but he can't just stay here and use up all his leave. So we're like really stressing out about everything right now, and I just can't believe that that happened to us today because, you know, this whole morning, like I mentioned, we were excited to go and get my visa and like ready to leave Friday, but I feel like we're not gonna be able to leave Friday, or Jordan's gonna leave and I'm gonna have to leave separate. I know we'll update you, but I'm just so infuriated. I called Brittany today. I'll link her channel below. She is actually in Italy right now, and I called her and I just had to vent because I was like, I can't like believe that this is happening. But I'm dressed right now. We're about to go fishing with my sister and her boyfriend because we just need some breathing time, and so I think we're just gonna go sit by the water and fish. It's been a day. Hi guys, it's next day. We are now in downtown Dallas. We are meeting some of Jordan's high school friends. Anyways, we're gonna go eat at like a rooftop bar. I'm really excited. I've always wanted to eat at a rooftop bar. I'm kind of sketched out. Like, I love like Dallas, but downtown's a little bit sketchy. Y'all, this is so cute.
Of course, I parked on the backside.
Okay, so now we are here eating our food. We got Leah and Daisy here. I got a pasta, I can't remember what it's called. Then we got some breadsticks, nice little pizza there, it looks amazing. Jordan got a calzone. And so we're just waiting on Daisy's soup. They forgot her soup, but we're just gonna eat because it looks so good. she's in Iowa, but she's misplaced now. What do you think about Texas? Awesome! Wow, Jordan. Like second try. Hi everybody, it is now the next day. We went axe throwing yesterday, and then after that we just kind of chilled at my mom's house. So it is Thursday, and I just kind of came to inform you on what is actually happening because we figured it out yesterday. I just never put it in the video. So our lady that did all our passports at Offit, she was still contacting us, and she said that she ended up contacting the embassy, and she was pretty real with us, and she said that they weren't being very kind. They want me to reapply for my passport and my visa again, which I have no idea how long that's going to take, because the first time I did this, when you first PCS, you apply for your passport. It probably takes about a few weeks, and then you get your passport, and then you send your passport off with your visa application, and then you get your visa in. It's like it's stamped in your passport. For the longest time I thought it was like another book, but it's like a stamp that goes in your passport. I had misspelt my name in my visa, like on the visa when they stamped it. It wasn't matching on my passport, so some countries wouldn't allow me to travel. Like, I don't really understand why it's that big of a deal, because it's only used to travel to Italy, so I don't understand why the supervisor just wouldn't let me go with like that one misspelled one, because I'm only going to Italy with it. So I have to make an appointment with this passport lady, the lady that I went to go get my visa from a few days ago. I have to go with her to reapply for my passport, and then have to reapply for my visa again. So I don't know if I'm going to apply for them both at once, or if I'm going to do it 2 separate times. Jordan is leaving tomorrow. He's leaving Friday, which is very upsetting, because like we obviously were not expecting it to be like this, you know? Like, we were expecting to leave together and to look at houses together and kind of start this adventure together, but it's not going to be like that. He has 2 houses to look at on Monday, so he's gonna go, and then hopefully our friend Brittany, like I said, I'll link her channel down below, she's going to go with him to help look, because she kind of knows what to look for in Italian houses and what questions to ask, but like obviously we don't know anything about that. So she's gonna go with him to like help him, and then he's gonna FaceTime me like when he goes to the houses, and we'll kind of decide together which house we like best. He is going to be leaving DFW tomorrow around 3:25-ish, so we're gonna have to go to the airport at like 11 a.m. Because it's in DFW, and we live about an hour, a little bit over an hour away. And then from there he's going to the UK. He's going to Heathrow. Where is that? Is that in London? Oh yes, yeah, he's going to London at Heathrow Airport, and then after Heathrow he's going to the Venice Airport. Okay guys, so now we are at DFW
You gotta take advantage of the 5 bags.
We're at DFW Airport, and Jordan's gonna be leaving soon. He's got his 5 bags, and then carry-on and personal item. It's perfect.
Which way are we going?
This way. My dad here to help us. He knows what he's doing, but we don't.
This is gate 22, not gate 23. Alright, well we can still get, you should still be able to get your ticket here. And after I walked over here, I'm like, oh shit, we could have went in this line right here. Because
yeah, Jordan's flying premium economy, so he was waiting in that long line, and he could have waited in this line.
You're fine, you got time. Yeah, I had. So all I gotta do is go through security. Alright, so...
What happened? Why'd they move you?
Because the person never done military on active port. So make sure...
That's why they okay.
So make sure you have this.
What is that?
My orders. So this flight right here. From London to Venice. So don't lose this. Okay? So you have to have this. Boarding time, that's your seat number. Hi Emu, what you doing?
Riding to Dollar Zoo.
You're gonna be at the zoo? That's
How far is that from us, the Dallas Zoo?
30 minutes.
Oh, well, it's a little bit longer than I thought. But
Where are you at?
I just got my pass. Look, I got my pass, my boarding pass. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just kind of wanted to update y'all where Jordan is right now. It is currently, well, it's almost noon here. I woke up super late. I woke up this morning, then I accidentally fell back to sleep, and then I slept like a long time. But last night Jordan left, as I mentioned, and he got to London at a good time, but there was a delay in his flight. There was a AC error or like mechanical malfunction in the plane, so they obviously had to fix that because, you know, it's gonna be hot on the plane. And then after they fixed it, they finally got to go at 5 o'clock. So that put their delay at around 2 hours. So I think that puts their delay about like a little over 2 hours, which is irritating because his next layover was only 2 hours. So he had to switch planes, I believe, when he went to London. So when he went to London, I was sleeping. His plane was almost to London when I went to sleep. It was like 1 in the morning. And so his plane finally got to London, and then he texted me like 3 or 4 in the morning here. I was like, hey, I made it to Italy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so great, because, you know, I was worried about his safety, just like anyone is whenever they're on a plane. And, you know, the world's just crazy. So I just want to make sure that he would get there okay. So he texts me that he gets there. But then he calls me and he's like, they don't have any of my baggage. And I'm over here like, oh, I'm sorry guys, but I feel like I'm about to cry because I'm just so tired of everything going wrong that could go wrong. Like, this literally is like the PCS from hell. Like, it literally is. Like, I have never heard of so many problems go wrong, because like our first problem started when we didn't get our house packed up on time because I was waiting for my medical clearance. And then after that, it was the whole visa situation. And I just feel like everything that could be going wrong is going wrong. And like, I keep trying to tell myself that, you know, it's in God's plan, but it's so hard to keep telling yourself that when day after day things just keep going wrong. And it's so sad, because this is Jordan's time, his first time flying, and by himself to London, and then London to Venice, and they lose all of his crap. He brought up carry-on with a good amount of stuff in it, and his important documents, like his orders and stuff, were in the carry-on. So they got his smart and he did all of that. But like his uniform, his regular clothes, his bathroom, like his bigger bathroom stuff, all of that is in his big bags. And, you know, my dad has flown a few times for business trips and stuff, and he said that the baggage is most likely in Heathrow in London. So I don't know. Jordan is trying to contact someone right now about it, but he said it's like the DMV. Like, there's a lot of people there, and all the concierge people are being like super slow. So he probably is going to be there for like a few more hours, honestly, just waiting. And then if they can't find his baggage, then I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how finding baggage works. So he had to take like a number ticket and wait. So that's what he's doing right now. And I texted him on WhatsApp, but that's what we've been texting on, and he hasn't texted me back yet. So I assume that he's talking to somebody right now. But like I mentioned, I'm done with it, guys. I really am. Like, I don't want anyone to ask me how I'm doing, because if anyone's gonna ask, I'm just gonna cry. I'm just wanting to raise awareness, just saying that, you know, be prepared. Even if you think that you are doing everything right, and of course you probably will, things can still go wrong. I hope y'all have an amazing day, a better day than I've been having the past few weeks. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope that these rants don't like turn you away. And I will see y'all next week. Bye, guys.